It's good.
It's okay?
It's good.
And that reminds me of the time that I went backpacking in Alaska.
Oh, yes. That's a great story. Why don't you tell that story?
I had to help a moose give birth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To how many? How many mooses?
Just one. They just carry one at a time.
Oh.
Too big.
Yeah. That's understandable.
What do you think about animals that have like eight babies at a time? Dogs. It's gross, right? Think about how much stress that is for the dad.
They're multitaskers.
I've never seen a dog multitask. Are you serious?
Well, I mean,
Our dogs.
not with toys.
Or
but
food.
They can multitask when it comes to breastfeeding. Have you ever seen
true.
a dog can breastfeed and do another thing too?
Also, mouse is capable of eating something that we care about.
If you're breastfeeding 8 puppies and you're playing with a ball,
They're not playing with balls.
if you're breastfeeding 8 puppies and you're eating a meal, are you multitasking 8 different things or are you multitasking 2 different things?
2.
I disagree.
You would. Contrarian.
I'm edgy.
You're an edgelordess.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Which it's not the time to be.
No, it's not.
It's not the time to push buttons.
Careful out there.
You know that there's some dumbass comic that's like tweeting fucked up things and they're like, what? Like, this is what comedy's for. You're supposed to push buttons. No,
Yeah.
You're not.
Not right now.
You're
You're
not
supposed
even
to read
supposed
the room first.
But you're not even, like, that's not what comedy is for. Comedy is for entertaining.
Yeah, comedy's for making people laugh, you dumb clown.
It's for pushing buttons. That's what I always liked about the comics that like walk the room every time. They're like, what?
Yeah, they get a groan and they think it's laughter.
Yeah. We should kill them.
Yeah.
I want a fascist state, but in the other way. I want a socialist fascist state.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, communism, I guess is what you call that,
And
or
that-
Maoism.
And that is why we've moved to the woods.
Hey guys, we're in the woods. You can't really tell other than kind of our cabin backdrop.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're not, then you can't tell at all.
No. Well, you might be able to hear the
The old ceiling fan from
100.
Yeah. We're
It's
in a
powered
cabin.
by tiny squirrels that run in a circle.
Yeah. They're up there. They're working hard.
We came up to this cabin.
They are paid well. We are paying the
because
squirrels.
It's our weekly leave the city tradition now.
Yep.
We only stay in the city for a week. We start to acclimate. We feel like things are starting to get normal, and then we throw our lives into disarray and leave.
Yeah. It makes me feel like things are more normal. It makes me feel like we're back on the road, is what it makes me feel like.
Yeah, I guess we really did used to travel
All the time.
all the time.
I mean, we were never in the city for longer than a week.
Yeah. I
So-
totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about leaving all the time.
Well, that's why, I mean, I was asking myself, I was like, what is this impulse that we have to just like dip out all the time? And then I was like, oh, we're trying to make life feel normal again
Yeah.
by constantly being in a state of like, pack your bags, get out of the city.
We have to run.
Yeah.
I agree.
Having a car, you guys, I know I'm late on this, but cars are
Thank you,
really
Henry Ford.
something else.
Wow, you really have done wonders. I want to go
I mean,
visit
it's
his
just-
grave.
Wow, it's so much easier to have a car than it is to walk to the Poconos.
Yeah. You weren't supposed to say where we were.
Oh, God.
Some fan's going to listen to this tomorrow and head to the Poconos, try to seek us out.
No, they're not. They
Ooh.
don't care that much, Andy.
Yeah.
They
don't.
care, but they don't want to see us.
Hopefully our fans are marching.
Yeah, that's what I would hope.
Yeah, don't be in the Poconos. Be marching. Don't be like us.
Please don't be like us.
I've marched one day.
I know.
We gave a bunch of money. Don't feel guilty.
I do feel guilty. I should have been at the marches today.
You should have been at the marches every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
but I
anyways.
did do a show that was benefiting Black Lives Matter, and we donated. So, I mean, you know, it's not like I did nothing.
And also,
Mouse is chewing up a tree on the couch, and there's pieces of wood everywhere
She
because
loves
she's
her
a
tree.
little beaver. She's a little beaver head.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
Mouse, you fucking idiot.
Well, let's get off to the races.
That's not the phrase.
We stopped at a...
it's not let's get off to the races. Nobody goes to the races to jerk off.
That is what I go to the races for.
Nobody's going to the races.
When people are like, I want to
get
bet on the
off, Andy.
ponies, that's what I'm talking about. And you don't know what kind of races I'm talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you just talking about, like a Benetton ad?
No, I watch...
let's get off to the races.
No, well, yeah, I do like a multicultural scene.
Mm-hmm.
But more so, I watch Russian jerk-off competitions. They're great.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't jerk off.
Where'd you find them?
Russia? Well, the
You
internet.
went to Russia and found them.
Well, I did go to Russia last year, but...
That sounds like a Vice...
Vice article?
Yeah, like like on Vice TV, like when Vice goes out.
Hey, what's up? I'm a graphic designer, but I'm here in Russia to report on jerking off marathons.
I would do that.
What?
I would go do that as work. I would be a journalist, and I would do hard-hitting pieces
No,
on
I wouldn't let
Russian
you.
jerk-off circles.
I wouldn't let you, because then I'd be looking through your phone, and there'd be one that was you just looking like a freshly glazed Krispy Kreme. You sicko.
What?
You want to be a piss pig. I know you. I can
This was
see it in
your
your heart.
idea.
No, it wasn't. I'm telling you what I do as an anthropologist.
You are not...
You go over there-
What's the anthropological origin of Russian circle jerks?
Post-Soviet, apathetic.
Listen to him just
entertainment.
trying to make shit up.
Yeah, it's people don't have anything to believe in, so they create. It's a failed country, failed state.
Right. It's the adult Russian version of like when American kids used to just go in the yard and play with sticks.
Yeah, or like when you used to make each other pass out, drugs.
Right.
Crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
You remember crocodile?
No.
It was a drug that they invented in Russia.
What was it?
I think it was opiates, but then it had some other like chemicals in it, and people injected it, and they called it crocodile because it made your skin like flaky.
Ew.
Yeah, it was gross.
Fucking nasty.
Fucking real nasty.
That's so Russian.
Russians are fucked, man. Not as a people, but as a contemporary state. But I don't know, because remember that whole episode of Killing Eve where she's in Russia? They looked all right.
I have to throw Mouse's stick out the window. Hold on, because it's a problem. Here, hold this.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Hey, everybody. I'm here in the Poconos reporting on the current stick crisis. Mouse has found a stick, and she is chewing it up all over the rental, and it's really causing Rosebud a lot of stress. Let's see what she does with that stress. Okay, she's picking up. She's almost got all the pieces, and she's making it in record time. Mouse is kind of distressed. She's following her around, tail wagging, and it looks like Rosebud's almost done. She has forgot a few pieces, which is going to affect her in the judge's eyes. Oh, she's done.
I'm here. It's also going to bother me for the rest of the podcast, those pieces that I left. But
What if Casey shows up?
Casey's going to show up, and it's going to be a problem. Our friends, Casey and Robbie, this was their cabin, and we got here first.
Yeah, because we don't dilly-dally.
We don't fuck around.
When somebody's like, hey, do you want to do this thing? We wake up and we go do it.
We
We're
wake
not
up,
like,
we throw our shit in bags, we get in the car, and we're out of the city.
we stop at a Target. We buy too much stuff.
God, we literally bought so much shit. You would think we were moving here for a month.
I know.
It's insane. We bought new sheets.
Well,
What? Why?
because the bedroom is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
We don't know who the people are that were staying here before us.
No, we don't.
They could be criminals.
I could be pregnant from sitting on this couch.
I hope not,
Who knows?
because I'll have to kill the father. That's Pocono law. We should make a spin-off of Ozarks called Poconos.
Now, tell me about the Poconos, Andy, because I know that you've, studied the history of the Poconos.
I don't actually know that much about the Poconos. They're just some mountains outside of New York. They tend to be kind of seen as trashy, like because it's like where like Con Edison and MTA employees spend their honeymoon. There's a lot of like hotels. I'm not sure if it's like Wilkes-Barre or something, but there's like hotels where you can like get like a champagne flute-shaped hot tub.
Oh, I know people who have done road gigs up here, and
Yeah.
they stay in those things. They put the comics up in these like motels where it's like just one lonely comic
I can't tell you how many times I've been in like a suite like that.
where
And
it's like a
like
honeymoon
meant
suite.
for like a honeymoon, and I'm just sitting there like watching old episodes of Mad Men in a bathtub, eating something from the vending machine because I didn't want to like.
Ugh.
That's the life of a successful comic.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
People have like, it's so funny because people, I don't know if you've gotten any messages like this during the quarantine, but people have messaged me being like, hey, I'm thinking about getting into comedy. And it feels like a courtesy call when someone is like if you got a courtesy call for your dead dad.
Like what? Like somebody being like, what's a courtesy call?
You know, like somebody trying to sell you something.
That's a courtesy call?
Yeah.
I think a courtesy call is like, hey, we're going to
You're missing the fucking bit.
What's the bit?
The point is when someone messages you about trying to get into comedy when it's dead.
Oh, yeah. But
what
it's
do you
not
say
dead.
to those people?
Don't let them do it. We don't need you. Please don't do it.
Well, also, it feels bad because the thing about it is you're not...
Here's what I have to say.
Let's say even if it goes really well, you're going to end up in a fucking
motel in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
In your 30s.
And you're going to... Your
Most
girlfriend,
likely single or childless.
Yeah, it's going to be like you had a potential relationship when you started. You maybe even had a good relationship. But then, you know, on that third Valentine's Day that you said you had to leave after dinner to go do a set. And she's like, I'm a doctor. I deserve a better partner than this.
Yeah.
Believe me. I've said that so many times where it was like, hey, I have to go do this show. It was when a partner didn't want me to go on the show, and I could see in their eyes them going, oh, no. This is not the life I want.
Yeah. And then if you're a woman, you get stuck into a cycle of having to date only other comedians because otherwise you date normal guys who are fanboys but secretly think that they're funnier than you and are constantly trying to make you laugh when in fact your laughter, like the thing that whatever it is that makes you laugh after you get into comedy just like breaks and you can't laugh at like the same stuff anymore. And you can also feel it when someone they try to make a joke and then they give you like this hopeful look and you're like, ugh.
I'll tell you this.
So then you're stuck. You're stuck with this.
Okay, well that hurts, and I think you've actually scored pretty well.
Look how upset he got.
She just says
That's
it a
so
lot.
sad.
She says it every morning when we wake up.
I don't.
But
I'm nice to you. Don't tell them I'm mean to you.
Sometimes you're nice when you're tired.
I'm nice to you.
Occasionally.
No. Am I only nice to you occasionally?
No, of course. I wouldn't be with you if you weren't nice to me.
Okay.
I'm giving you a hard time.
All right. Well, you're not allowed to do that. You know that.
Yeah. I forgot about the rules.
Yeah.
Especially with everything going on right now, giving your cis white cis female fiance a hard time. No, thank you.
No.
But I was going to say this. When people tell me that they want to get into comedy, I tell them that basically what they're saying is they want to get into heroin. It is a great feeling to do comedy, but your life will be ruined. You will miss holidays. You will stop finding simple things funny. You will give up the opportunity at a normal life. I love that I did it.
The importance of family melts away.
Yeah, I give them 3 days biannually.
I don't give a fuck about spending time with my family anymore.
Nope.
It's so sad.
We were just talking about it, and we're trying to pick a wedding date for the fall. And I was like, well, there's a good chance that show you were shooting could pick up. And I saw Rosebud in her head go immediately like, oh yeah, because we would cancel our wedding to do a show.
Yeah.
Do you see what it's done to us?
If I was on my way to the hospital and Andy had a show that night, I would expect him to go to the show.
Yeah.
I would be like, come meet me at the hospital when you're done with your set.
Yeah, that's how it is. I would ask Rosebud to stop by the natural food store and get me some cinnamon French toast flavored popcorn, but I'd still expect her to show up after that.
Yeah.
Mouse, you're interrupting the podcast.
Yeah, shut up, Mouse.
The only reason you're here is because of this podcast.
Yeah, you tried to kill yourself in a Target today.
Mouse jumped out of a shopping cart and flipped onto her back.
Yep. Tried to kill herself.
Warning, this could be a short episode because we are going to not do this in front of our friends, but we have a feeling that it's going to be a while.
It's going to be pretty embarrassing if they walk in and there's a ring light set up in a cabin.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh,
you're influencers now.
Great.
So happy we invited you.
A friend texted me to ask me how I was doing, and we were like chatting back and forth, and he goes, oh, and I forgot to mention, your SoundCloud rapper look really looks great on you. And I was like, is that what I've become?
Oh, no. Your hair.
SoundCloud rapper look. I mean, I do love my hair. I wish people didn't call it yellow and then say my teeth matched. But, whatever. You learn things.
They're copying my joke.
Yeah.
Losers, hacks. They don't know what they're talking about.
What if I gargle bleach? Then will my teeth get
I
whiter?
have teeth whitening strips, and you never use them.
I don't know where they are.
I have them in my bag. You can use them tonight.
Great.
Fantastic.
Do they hurt?
Sometimes they make my teeth a little sensitive.
Great. I love sensitive teeth. I actually get hard off of that.
Really?
Rock hard. I love going to the dentist. I am torqued.
Off of?
Pain.
Yeah?
Teeth pain.
See, I told you he's a freak. He's a fucking freak.
Oh. Mouse, why don't you do this on our couch? You bitch. She's sitting on the back of a couch, which is what I love a small dog to do.
Yeah, like little kings and queens. How they sit up on the back.
Little sphinx.
They're just like, this is my kingdom. I was really happy with our 50th episode, Andy.
I thought it was great. Yeah, I think we did a really good job. Got a great clip out of it.
Yeah. I don't really have much to say.
About what?
About anything else.
I mean...
Ask me a question.
What do you think's going to happen, like, with the pandemic and the protests?
Ask me a different question. Ask me a question about...
Your personal question, not like a topical question?
Yeah.
Okay. If you could have a room that was real grass, wall and ceilings, there's no bugs, it's trimmed and it's always soft and nice, or just a room that was all mattresses, which would you like?
Windows?
That's
Are there windows?
Yes.
There's windows.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go with grass.
Wow.
Because the mattresses would make it feel, even with windows, I think it would still feel like an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a room that's all mattresses.
I have a question.
Okay.
You want all mattresses? Why?
I want a bedroom that is just like you walk in and maybe it's like the door and then it's this high, like right when you get the door open. And then the rest, it's not a big room. It's like the size of like maybe like a little bigger than a king size bed. Mm-hmm. And then that is the whole room.
So you just bounce from wall to ceiling.
There's
to
no
floor?
bouncing. It is the sleep room.
You're not going to bounce in that room?
No, I would never bounce in a room.
You would never bounce in a room.
That's not a good idea to bounce in a room.
Okay.
I'm 200 pounds. I can't be bouncing in rooms. I'll blow out the coils on our fine mattress.
Okay. Here's my question.
Ready?
Would you rather live in a bouncy house that you're not allowed to bounce in?
Okay.
Or a candy house that you're not allowed to eat?
Can I like kind of bounce like when I walk? It's going to be hard not to bounce.
No, you can't. You have to walk really slowly so that it doesn't bounce.
And what happens if I bounce?
The house blows up.
And it's my house.
The house blows up and you blow up in it.
I die.
You die.
The candy house.
Okay, but...
Wait, hold on, though. One more question.
Yeah.
Is the candy house comfortable?
No.
It's like hard candy?
It's hard candy.
And is it messy? Like, is it sticky?
Yep.
Yeah, the bouncy house. I don't want to be sticky. I hate being sticky.
Okay, but you're going to die.
What's the penalty if you eat the candy?
You get eaten. You get eaten by a toddler.
Okay.
You get mistaken for candy and a toddler eats you.
Is it a giant toddler?
Nope.
So just...
It's actually a lot of little toddlers. They eat you.
And they can overpower me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Fine. I'm still going to go with the bouncy house. Sounds quick. The death sounds quick for the bouncy house.
Yeah, it's very quick. You blow up. It's disgusting.
How about this? You ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
I think so.
Is everybody ready? Mouse.
She's ready. She's
Okay.
asleep, but she's
Great.
ready.
You look like a kangaroo. Jesus Christ, you idiot.
She does. She looks like a fucking scrappy kangaroo.
She's so fucking cute. I hate it.
You scrappy kanga.
Here's my next question. Would you rather live in a bunker or a water tower?
Underground or overground is what you're asking me.
Here's the thing. The inside of the water tower is fine. It's not nice by any means, but it's fine. There's like a carpet.
Describe it to me.
Okay, so it's the inside of the water tower on the top of a Manhattan building. A pretty good size one, too. Ready?
Okay.
And the walls have not been super redone, but they're done. It's not like just metal or whatever. The floor is finished, but it just has a carpet. That's it. Just one carpet. It's got a mattress on the ground. You have like a table and a lamp.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like a nice swing.
Okay.
Because it's got pretty high ceilings. You do have to enter through and enter and exit through a ladder.
Okay.
Okay. The bunker is dope. It's like, it looks like space. Like there's like, you like pull out cabinets and there's like whole like, you know, devices and like, you know, like there's like a table that like
TV?
pulls out of the wall. It's a projector. It's kind of like hologram style.
Okay.
But no view of the outside. You are inside. It looks like a spaceship.
Bunker.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's another question.
Okay.
Would you rather
Uh-huh.
only eat spaghetti for the rest of your life, or, and it's just spaghetti, so there's no
Wait, there's no tomato sauce?
no tomato sauce, just buttery noodles
Okay.
for the rest of your life,
Uh-huh.
or you only eat cup of noodles for the rest of your life, and
Like
it has to be the microwavable kind in the styrofoam
Nissin
cup.
brand?
Yes.
Can I change the noodles
Nope.
to angel hair?
No.
Fusilli?
No.
I'm going to go ramen. Wait, hold on, though. With the ramen, do you get that kind of sodium headache?
That's a toss-up. I can't answer that question. You have to make your decision, or else you'll die.
I'm going to go with ramen.
Really?
Buttery noodles for the rest of my life? That sounds miserable. I'd always be full.
Okay, but how much would you fucking hate the taste of ramen?
I'd hate it, but I feel like people eat ramen
And
every day.
there's tons of MSG in it.
But there's nothing.
Do you remember the last time we got MSG poisoning, Andy?
Yeah, it was
Do you
bad.
remember?
Yeah, it was really bad. It felt like we had been hit by a marathon.
Both of us got scared that we were actually going to die.
Yeah, I know. It was horrible. Did Gavin have the same effect?
No, because he's like in his 20s.
Ugh.
Both of us just had this like 30-year-old reaction to
It
food.
sucked.
It sucked so bad. I didn't know that in your 30s, food can fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like if you eat the wrong thing, it ruins your night.
Yeah.
It ruined my night.
There's been, I think that there's a lot of times that we don't have sex because one of us is fucked up over something we ate. It's not fucked up to the point where we're like, oh God, I feel horrible. But it's just like, yeah, like my blood's not circulating enough for me to fuck you right now. You don't agree?
I don't really have that.
There's been a couple times where you didn't want to fuck me.
Yeah, it
'Cause
wasn't
you said
food
I was
related.
disgusting. You said I was a disgusting pig, and every time you looked at me, you got nauseous, and you couldn't imagine spending the rest of your life with me, and you regretted everything.
Today in an Instagram post, Andy called me his future ex-wife.
She said, I will divorce you yesterday on the last podcast.
No, I said that earlier today.
I said, I will divorce you.
I said, I will divorce you so fucking fast, it'll make your head spin.
Yeah.
Because why? What did you say to me before that?
Oh, what did I say? Something about, I think.
Oh, yeah, I was carrying the dog crate into the bedroom, and he was like, you better,
yeah.
you better watch out toning your back.
She was carrying the dog crate, and she was like kind of struggling, and she was. I told her she better not let her back get so buff that I'm not attracted to it.
Yeah. And I said, I'll divorce you, which he deserved.
Yeah, I did. We've been chippy today. There's been a lot of chippiness.
What's chippiness?
Like going in on each other. A little
Yeah.
bit of piss and vinegar.
Yeah.
Because we slept like shit.
We slept like shit, yeah. And then
We, for some reason, at 6 a.m., well, we know when we got up. We got up to walk to let Mouse out. And then Rosebud had yelled at me because I'd pissed all over the floor. My bad.
I was so mad.
He
I was so mad. I woke up this morning, Mouse. Oh God, it was an awful morning.
Can I explain really quick?
Mouse pissed in her crate.
Can I explain
Then
really
he gets
quick?
no. Then I get up, I start cleaning the piss out of the crate. I hand the dog to Andy. Andy has just been in the bathroom. I walk into the bathroom. No. I still have Mouse in my arms. I walk into the bathroom. There's piss all over the floor.
Yeah.
And Andy's been in the bathroom for, 7 minutes taking a piss. I was like, okay, I don't have time for you to lose your morning wood. I got to pee right now. And then I go in to go use the bathroom, and Andy's pissed everywhere. There's piss. I'm just living in a fucking piss palace. And then he hasn't. Oh,
Can I explain really quick?
He hasn't flushed the toilet. The seat's not down. I throw the seat down. There's so much piss on the toilet that when I threw the seat down, it ricochets onto my legs and onto the squatty potty and the fucking. I was like, I can't.
Let me explain.
I want my old life back.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I literally was like, I want to be single again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. And I handed the dog to him and I was like, get out.
She also said, I can't fucking something. I don't know what she said exactly.
I said, there's fucking piss everywhere.
Anyways, here's what happened. I had to pee. I knew I had to walk the dogs because for some reason I'm the one that has to do the morning dog stuff now.
Because
And
he's not home all day, so I do it all day.
yeah, but I have to do it at 6:30 a.m. But I had a boner, and it's really hard to pee when you have a boner. So I'm trying to pee, but I have such a prominent boner that the only way to pee without holding my boner down is to set my penis against the bottom of the toilet seat so that it's held into the toilet.
You can't use your hand?
I could, but it was like a long time. So anyways, I'm peeing, and then what I realized had happened after you got mad was that I just peed between the crack of the toilet rim and the seat. All the piss had not gone in the toilet for the most part.
Oh my God, yeah, and it was all over the fucking rug. It was all over the rug. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I'm not sleeping enough, and then I'm expected to do things that are responsible in the morning. We can't have a kid.
It's not responsible to piss into the toilet.
No, I have to get up. I have to feed the dogs. I have to take the dogs out. It's 5 flights of shit. I've been fucking working a manual labor job for 5 days in a row, not sleeping any of them.
Ugh. Anyway, we can't have kids.
We need to take a break so that I can focus on my career because I cannot live like this anymore.
I can't either.
So
that's it. So we'll just take a break.
We're gonna take a break.
We'll take you know what? It'll be a nice break. It's mutual. Everyone will ask us what happened. We'll say it was mutual and we love each other. And then when I hear that you fucked a newer comic, like an open micer. I'll kill you and her. And
Go to prison.
and I'll get a Netflix special.
Yeah, you'll sell the deal.
I'll get a Netflix special for being a female serial killer.
Yeah. That's what I love about you, babe.
You are so pretty.
Aw,
Yeah.
thanks.
Little murderer. Fucking little psychopath. Oh. I
Anyway.
kind of wish we didn't go up here.
Why?
Because I just want to be in the streets.
Yeah,
Fighting cops.
I honestly do too. I wish that we had.
Can you imagine if you like there's 70-year-olds right now that like look at Woodstock, and that like their friends are all in vintage Woodstock like video,
What?
and
What are you saying?
listen,
Okay.
and they were like, yeah, I was supposed to go to Woodstock, but I had to work that day. That's the equivalent of what we're doing with history right now.
I know.
It's like, well, we were almost in the Black Lives Matter protest, but our friend had a cabin 2 hours away.
Yeah, so we went up there to do nothing. To
But
podcast.
here's
with
what I
a-
want to say. Everybody, you don't have to protest every day. You don't even have to protest. We still are in a pandemic, and you can do lots of different things. You can call senators. You can call mayors. You can write letters. You can give money. You can send care packages. You can start petitions. There's a lot of things you can do. You can also make it so your parents' TV doesn't go to Fox News. That's another good one you can do.
You could call your cable company and turn off Fox News.
Well, there's also another way to do it where you just take the channel, like you block it, like with parental controls, basically. Your dad's not going to know how to solve this. Trust me. Your mom, definitely not. Not to say that women don't know technology, but just knowing if they watch Fox News, neither of them know how to do this, okay? But what I would say, you could also go on their computers and whatever Breitbart or shit they do, you can have an automatic redirect so that it goes to like the New York Times or, Washington Post. But
Ooh, that's a good way to piss them off.
here's another thing I would say. If you do want to protest and you haven't protested yet, Sunday is Donald Trump's birthday, and that's supposed to be the biggest day of protesting. So I think that you have ample time to join a protest on Sunday,
We're definitely going back for that.
We're going back on Thursday night.
Yeah.
We are spending
Also,
2 days up here.
just so you guys know, yesterday the New York State Assembly passed the Eric Garner Anti-Chokehold Act. It passed by a vote of
put your finger
140
down?
to 3. Okay? And one of the 3 who voted no is Mike LaPetrie. That's a real name. Mike LaPetrie.
He's a Long Island, New York assemblyman.
He looks like an idiot. He's got
He
an
looks like he was
awful face.
He looks like he was grown in Le Petri dish. That's,
Yeah, he really
he
does.
looks unfinished.
He
It looked like
really
somebody
does.
gave Italian DNA to a stem cell
To a
and then-
small-faced weirdo.
Yeah, and then microwaved a mozzarella stick
Anyway,
and made it a man.
He's running for Congress, and so you can donate to his opponent, Jackie Gordon,
I'm going to donate
at Jackie-
$50.
at JackieGordonForCongress.com. So I would suggest you do that. And so with that, I do feel like at least we're using our platform.
Yeah,
for
we're
telling
trying
people,
to put it out there. And also, again, if you don't like what we're talking about,
Go fuck off to Saturn.
yeah, to another planet. I'm just going to open the mailbag. I don't know if we need to start reading it, but I just want to make sure that
I hope that people wrote in and said Andy needs help.
we've lost
That's
more.
what I'm hoping for.
Let's see if we got 2 messages.
Oh wait, we have I do have an announcement.
Okay.
Andy, put this away for a second. I have an announcement, which is that if you are a Mahalo member, for those of you who are Patreon members, if you're a Mahalo member, we came up with a really fun thing that we're gonna do just for Mahalos. We found a copy of Mouse's diary,
Yeah.
and we will be reading those diary entries for the Mahalo members once a month.
And the VI beaches too. And also Saturday night is the next VI bistro. Just so you know.
It wasn't for the VI beaches. I talked to you about this. It was just for Mahalos.
The VI beaches get everything the Mahalos get.
Oh. Okay, scratch that. Sorry about that. I don't read the fine print. Anyway, it's gonna be really juicy because let me tell you something. Her diary is gonna be filled with some slutty secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And as a parent, I'm concerned, but as a content creator, I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
So that's one reason you could join the Patreon. They're going to be hilarious and they're going to be upsetting for Andy especially.
Yeah, as a father, it's really hard to... Well, what did she say yesterday? She lost her 2 front teeth, and what did she say to you as you were leaving the vet?
That now she can suck dick like the pros.
And I mean, it's like the fact that she's not in boarding school right now, like a mean boarding school. I'm not talking about like Montessori
like military
bullshit.
boarding school.
Yeah, like where she has to wake up at like
5 a.m.
5 a.m. and do push-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an allergy thing in my eye. It's really bothering me.
What? Why?
I don't know.
What did you do?
I got in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Ugh.
All right. Well, what else do you want to talk about?
Did we talk about the baby talking that happened in Maine?
Yes, we did. Very much.
We did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that was the last Patreon episode that we talked about it.
Okay, can I mention it now? I'm sorry if you're a Patreon, but literally we went to Maine and my mom and sisters, I know we're all having like weird reactions to everything that's going on right now, but my mom and sister fully regressed. They were talking in baby talk and it was upsetting for me and Andy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just need people to know that that was one of the reasons why we only stayed in Maine for a couple days.
Yeah, I want to know like the science behind it, because there has to. I mean, it's like kind of an obvious Freudian thing that you talk like a baby because like you what's that called? Infantilize your partner.
Yeah, but it
like,
was my mom was doing it too, so it was very weird. Like my sister and her girlfriend were doing it, and then my mom was joining in, and it wasn't like it wasn't like a baby talk moment where you would be talking to a dog and you start talking baby talk. It was like, will you pass the pepper?
Have you ever had anybody
fucking
do
dinner
something?
Table?
Have you ever had somebody do anything in bed that was like where you had to like take a second? And I don't mean like a crazy like
Yes.
fish hook you.
Yes.
What? You got to tell me.
You're gonna be so grossed out.
How gross is it?
It's so bad. It was like, I was hooking up with a comic and they just started naming comedy clubs that they wanted to fuck me in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I was like, what? The fuck is going on?
That's pretty weird.
I was like, I don't want to even hear about a comedy club.
Did I ever tell you about the girl I hooked up with on the road who had like a really thick Wisconsin accent?
No.
And she didn't say dick or penis. She said wiener.
What?
Yeah, she was like, I want to suck your wiener. And I was like, oh, God.
Oh, my God.
What am I doing? It was like hooking up with the prostitutes from Fargo. Like that level of like accent.
That is awful.
And I was just like, good.
What did you say?
I was like, oh, crazy, like, fuck. Wow, hot.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was really bad.
That's like fucking a wind-up doll or something.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people...
I don't think that's quite as bad as the comedy club.
The comedy
thing.
club is a funnier thing. This is just like cringy. But
Yeah.
wiener in that accent, it's just like, it was like hooking up with like a young, I don't know. Think about how often
Like, even
somebody
if she
hooks
was in
up
her
with
40s, you feel like you're fucking a teenager.
Yeah. Or a grandmother.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is that, or not funny, this is probably like, suicide level regret, is that I know a comic who hooked up with a girl on the road like that, and he knocked her up. And
Oh, my God.
she was like threatening to keep the baby for a long time. And then it turned out that she hadn't even got pregnant. But for a while, he was like, fuck, dude, I have to move to fucking... Like, and he's a nice guy. He's a really good guy. And he was like, if this fucking happens, I have to fucking move to Michigan. Like he was like, I have to move to Michigan to be a dad to like a woman that I didn't want to have sex with the night I had sex with her. And that's just,
And that's why you don't fuck your wait staff.
Don't fuck your waitstaff, folk.
Folk.
One folk.
All these fucking male comics,
Two
they
folk.
go to these like towns and then they end up fucking the waitresses at these comedy clubs.
I don't think I've ever fucked a waitress. I've hooked up with a waitress, but I've never gone all the way. Wait, is that true?
I've never gone all the way.
One time I was in Calgary. We were in this tiny... no, it was in Alberta. It was called a place called Red Deer, Alberta. Yeah, Red Deer, I think. And, I mean, we're talking like just like oil country. Like fucking nothing. It would be like it being in like a oil town in like Oklahoma or something like that. And we went to a bar, or these girls from the show told us they were going to go to the bar, and they were like teen moms basically.
Yeah.
But they were in their 20s, you know. They were like our age, close, but they had like 10-year-old kids, you know. And it was just like one of those things where I was like hating it the whole time. I wanted to go. My friend was just trying to hook up, and I was like, let's go outside and have a cigarette, because I wanted to like talk with him. And he was like, nah, man, she's kind of cute. Like, we can do this. And then we like go back in, and they had instantly been swarmed by a group of MMA fighters.
Is that why you're constantly saying that I'm going to hook up with an MMA fighter?
No, because I know what you want. You want to be like dominated by like a violent man who eats macaroni and cheese for most meals or something. I don't know. You just like...
You don't know what I want at all.
Yeah, you don't... You want like a guy who rides a motorcycle and doesn't recycle.
I don't mind a guy that doesn't recycle. But I don't want a motorcycle.
You want a guy that uses Old Spice as his cosmetic.
Ew,
I don't know what you want.
That's what my dad... You don't know what I want. Because
I do.
I want you.
Oh, okay. You do kind of want me to be like violent or something.
No, I don't.
Sexually.
No.
Sexually violent. You want me to be more deviant.
I'll tell you this.
Deviant.
I'll tell you this. When Andy gets violent in bed, when he just gets a little like rowdy, I'm into it.
It's so easy because Rosebud's so small. You know? It's like...
Okay, well, that's gross. They don't
need to... It's like playing basketball versus a kid. It's like you try once and it's a blowout.
I'm a fighter.
Yeah, scrappy.
I'm a scrapper, as they say.
Railroad kid.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
We're getting real weird.
We
Is there
are.
Anything else you want to tell the folks?
Weirdly sexual.
Yeah.
Is there anything I want to tell you guys? Yeah. I just want to let you know that...
Your mom's a hoe.
Your mom's a hoe. And I fucked her. No, I'm just kidding. If you haven't yet and you're on the fence and you're considering it, we have a bunch of things coming out for the Patreon this month. We kind of let things slide a little bit the past couple weeks because of everything that's been going on. But we have a bunch of incentives for those of you who are thinking about it and those of you who are on the fence. It's really fun. We do a VI bistro once a month, which are with our
VIB members,
where we have dinner with all of you guys. It's basically like a big Zoom call. We all talk to you. You can ask us questions. We can do Q&As. We can just chat. We chat with each fan. And it's really fun. And then we also are going to do these, obviously, Mouse's diary entries for our Mahalos.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Aloha members, you get the extra episode every week. So just want to encourage you guys to sign up and support our Patreon if you are so inclined. And if you're not, what you could do to support the podcast is leave a review. Rate the podcast, leave a review. It helps get the visibility of this podcast up. It lets other people know about it. And
did you mention the Mahalo thing?
Yep.
About how they get to watch the podcast, the Patreon live?
Oh, yeah. And also for Mahalos, you get to watch the Patreon episode filmed live on YouTube. So
if you have things that you want to be on that episode or addressed on that episode,
you can
and
talk
you know
to us.
that we're not like good about email and stuff like that. It's just it's an idea. You were saying rate and review.
Yeah, and that's it. Just want to thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. We love you.
And we're
You're
gonna
the
be
best.
I know that like we've had all these different phases. There was the phase of where Andy didn't understand any technology. There was the tour of the house that never happened. There was
the mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, the mozzarella sticks. There was all the
baby in the box.
there was all the like movie night manifestations. Where it was like I did the movie night and then everybody got kicked off, and then I did the movie night and then the movie didn't work, or you know what I mean? Like, oh, and there was the movie night where we just decided 10 minutes into Cats, we were like, yeah, we're not watching any more of this. So then we started watching Heathers. And I do miss the movie nights. I miss looking at Meg the nurse tell us, you know, Meg the nurse has the best takes on movies. She's always like, what do you think his favorite subject in school was? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, how'd you think of that? So we're going to be back on the ball. It's just taken a little bit with obviously all the things that are happening in the world now that we have things to do again. I want to welcome Dana to the beach. Dana, you are a Mahalo member, and we will see you Friday if you have time, 7 p.m. We will be live streaming the pod for the patrons. And then we got an email here from Nicole Robletto, and it just says
Andy and Rosebud need help. Well, Nicole,
you're right.
You're not wrong. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. We will, if you're a Patreon member, we'll see you Friday. If not, we'll see you Monday. We love you so much. Wash your hands.
Don't lick your lover's eye.
Don't lick your lover's eyeballs. And don't spit in their mouths unless you're in a committed, monogamous Christian or other religion relationship. Okay? Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.